Hello everyone, so welcome you back to Ashok Tutorials. So today we are going to learn paper 1 Environmental Studies Unit 9. Alright, so I hope you all are doing well and you all can see that the recruitment processes have already started. That is, the advertisements for LP and UP Mtet pass candidates are given out and the recruitment process is going on. So the next Mtet examination is around the corner. All right, so you start preparing from the very day, that is starting from today itself. You start preparing for your next Mtet examination. Why? Because I may not be able to tell you exact date, but it is going to come very soon, so we do not have much time, and I apologize for not being able to complete the entire syllabus, but whatever possible from my end, I'll try my best to make it. All right, and your duty is to study hard, to watch all my videos, to write down the important points from the videos and follow. And we have also created a Instagram group, so you can join me up there, and the notes and the resources I'm sharing there, so it will be very beneficial for you. I think only out of 540, only around 12 or 20 candidates have joined the Telegram group. Right, so let's begin. So matter and materials around us. So we know that there exist different types of materials and matters around us. So matter refers to anything, right, that has mass and takes some space. So we can say something is a matter only when it has got certain weight, or it has got certain mass, and it occupies certain space. So it is the physical substance of the universe and is composed of tiny building blocks called atoms. These atoms combine to form various types of materials which make up the world around us. So we all have studied about atoms and molecules, right, when we were in our school level. So especially I think in class 9 these days, you have got the whole chapter dedicated to atoms and molecules. So in case you wanted to study something from there, so you can do it. All right, but here in just doing this Mtet examination, I don't think we required so much of that, right? So what happens, everything in this universe present is made up of the smallest particle, that is the atom. Right, and these atoms combine on and on and on, and it becomes a big material. Right, so materials are substances with specific properties that determine their behavior and how they interact with other substances. So what are materials? Materials are the substances. All right, what they have specific properties, and that property define their behavior and interaction with other materials. So these properties includes characteristics like color of the material, density of the material, hardness of the material, conductivity of the materials, and many more. Materials can be classified into several categories. All right, it can be classified into several categories, but we have taken out here 4 categories, the broad ones. All right, so solid, if I ask you what is a solid, is a material which have a definite shape and volume, right, because their atoms are tightly packed and arranged in a regular pattern. Example includes wood, metals, and plastics. So whenever we ask for an example of a solid, we can say that solid is something which have a definite shape. The shape of solid does not change easily. All right, and it occupies some volume. And you know, the intermolecular spaces between these solids are very less. That's why the particles or the atoms are very tightly packed. So solids are basically very hard. All right, so some of the examples of solids given are wood, metals, and plastics. Now let us see liquids. So liquids have a definite volume but take the shape of their container. So now when we are talking about liquid, it can be water, it can be petrol, it can be oil, different type of oils, right, it can be juice. So anything which comes in the liquid form is known as liquid in watery form. Right, now you know, if you are taking 1 liter of a juice and putting it from a jug and putting it into a bucket, the volume will remain the same. All right, but however the shape of the liquid will change. If you put in a bucket, it will take the shape of the bucket, and in case you are putting it on a jug, it will take the shape of the jug. All right, the atoms in liquids are close together but not as tightly packed as in solids. So it says that the intermolecular spaces between liquid molecules are not not so much or not so less. It comes somewhere in the middle, right? But not as tightly packed as solids. Now water and oil are common examples of liquids, and you know many other examples, right? So gases. Now gases have neither a definite shape nor definite volume. See here what we say, what is the property of gases? That gas do not have a definite shape and they do not have a definite volume, right? So atoms in gases are widely spaced and move freely. So the molecules or the atoms in gas material is very loosely packed and they are free to move. That's why they do not have a definite shape and volume. All right, example include air and helium. So air and helium are the two example of gases, right? And you know many more example of gases, right? So now plasmas. Now what are these plasmas? Plasmas are highly energized states of matter where atoms are stripped of their electrons, leading to a mix of ions and free electrons. Stars and lightnings are example of naturally occurring plasma. See here, I don't think this is that much of important. So plasmas are highly energized state of matters only. All right, so here what happens, the atoms are stripped off. They are stripped of what? They are stripped of their electrons, leading to the mixing of ions and free electrons. All right, so examples of plasmas can be stars and lightning, right? Now materials can be categorized based on their composition. Now let us see, based on the composition, how can we categorize the materials. So elements are pure substances made up of only one type of atom. Example include hydrogen, oxygen, and gold. Now whenever we are talking about elements, it means that that particular material is made up of only one type of element. That is, example, if we are talking about hydrogen, then only hydrogen molecules or hydrogen atoms will be there. And if we are talking about oxygen, it will only be of oxygen, and if we are talking about gold, it will be only of gold. Right? And whenever we talk about compounds are substances made up of atoms of different elements chemically bonded together in fixed proportion. See, if I ask you, give me the example or give me the formula of water, you will say H2O. So what is H2O? H2O is a compound. Why it is a compound? Because it is combining, that is, hydrogen is combining with oxygen. That is, two molecules of hydrogen is combining with oxygen, right? And carbon dioxide is also a compound. Why? Because one carbon molecule is combining with two carbon atoms, right? So forming a compound. Now mixture. See, mixtures, we all know what is a mixture, right? One thing mixing with another. Mixtures are combination of different substances that retain their individual properties. Mixture can be homogeneous, uniform composition throughout, like salt dissolved in water, or heterogeneous, non-uniform composition like a salad. So see here, mixtures. What is a mixture? Mixture means the combination of two substances, that is more than one substances. All right, however they retain their property. So if we are mixing salt and water, it is known as a homogeneous mixture. Why it is known as a homogeneous mixture? Because it is completely, the salt is completely dissolving in water, right? However, if we say heterogeneous, homogeneous means of the same composition, all right, uniform composition they have, that is salt and water. And the word hetero itself says different, right? So it is a composition of non-uniform compositions or the non-uniform mixtures like a salad. All right, so the study of matter and material is a vast field known as material science. See, now in science you have seen many branches, right? If you say biology, it comes under zoology. Like biology is again divided into zoology and botany. If we talk about chemistry is again divided into organic chemistry, physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry. So likewise it says that material science is also a branch of science. So scientists and engineers explore their properties, structure and behavior of materials to develop new material with specific characteristics for various applications such as building materials, electronic, medicines and more. See, what do is that we just sit at home, right? We are just sitting at home, but the scientists and engineers, they are working very hard in order to explore the different properties the materials can have, the different structures they can have, and what are the different behaviors they might show, or what are the different nature they have. All these they study, and accordingly they build up new machineries, right? New machineries and new techniques or electronics, or they also use it in the field of medication. So understanding matter and material is crucial for advancement in technology and improving our everyday life. So that's why we need to study materials. Understanding materials property help us in all the domains of life, not only in one field. It helps in IT sector, it helps in medication, right? And it also helps in our education sector. So altogether this is helping us. So this is something about matter and materials around us. So I have taken this topic in a very small, in a very short manner. So I hope it was clear for you to understand, and nothing much needed. Of course you have to do self-study also, so you can refer to class 9 science. There you will find atoms and molecules. However, if you feel hectic, you can watch some more videos. All right, then do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to like this channel, and do not forget to join the Telegram group. All right, join the Telegram group, all of you. So this is where I leave you today until we meet again. So thank you everyone for staying connected with Ashok Tutorials. Thank you.